what's up? So I want to know if you guys honestly think that the system into which you contribute on a day-to-day, on a societal basis, I honestly want to know if you truly believe that this is an honest system. I want to know if you believe under the government and system that the guys that run this system are honestly doing things by, number one, the rules that they make, number two, the bills that they create, and number three, the financial economic system. Now, if your answer to all three of those questions are, I'm not sure, or yes, I have to respond to the answer of yes. And I have to respond to the answer of yes because I want to know what evidence do you have that ensures that these guys are playing by the book. Because based on the research that I have and that I'm continuously doing, is showing how devious and evil this country really is. And it started so long ago. This is not something that just started. It started so long ago. You guys have never heard of a oligarchy group. It's called the Bilderberg group. The Bilderberg group. Now, the Bilderberg group was created in 1954, right? It was created in 1954 by an ex-Nazi party member. An ex-Nazi party member. Now, you're probably wondering, what is the Bilderberg group? The Bilderberg group was a group of oligarchies that gets together on an annual basis between Europe and the people of the United States, and they come together in relations to negotiate different tactics and agendas, propaganda, and supposedly to eliminate war conversations. In retrospect, their true agenda, their true propaganda is to alleviate nationalism or nationalism movements, right? Now, what are some of the nationalism movements that we've seen in the past? The NOI, Nation of Islam. They were a movement for black civil rights. Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, and they were all somehow involved in a situation where they either got suppressed or they got unalived, right? And the Bilderberg group is that specific type of group that has so much power. And the power that they back is because of the companies and mega corporations behind them, right? And you may know of some of those corporations up until today. In 1954, I'm sure there were older oligarchy corporations that were backing, and up until today still. But I want to give you some updated names of people that in corporations that you know and also are of customers of. Okay, so the people that back these oligarchy groups are people like Jeff Bezos, Amazon, Eric Thiel from Google, right? And there's a whole list of these guys, right? And when you already know that they're backed by so much financial resource, and they support these groups. So my thing is, when I ask you guys those questions, if you believe that this is a system that's run by the book, and you answered yes, my question is, how could a system like this be ran by the book when there's so much lobbying going on, people flashing a bunch of money around to so many of these different Illuminati groups and stuff like that? How are they playing by the book? If you run a campaign or a race in order to move, or in order to establish this movement, and then party A runs opposite race, but instead they got massive resources and politicians backing their race, but party A doesn't, how is that equally fair? So you sitting at home and you believe in this shit and you believe in this system, but in all retrospect, why would they even give a damn about what you think, especially if you're not someone that's contributing to their agenda and propaganda? So you're going out and you're doing all of this voting and riff-raff, you're talking all this shit at work with your co-worker about, you know, rights and about you know, who's gonna be the next president, who's gonna be the next governor, and all this shit, when the vote don't even fucking matter, because like I said, they're doing everything based off of heavy influence and backing. So all of this, oh, I need you to, you know, vote and do all of this shit, man, that shit is for the birds. It's to make you think that you got some type of political power, and that's not the case. But what you do have, on the other hand, is a voice, right? And a voice, and then you have physicality for action. And when you put those together, now you're able to be in a position where at some point these movements can hear you, right? That's why I created, you know, this group here, Truth in Session, right? Voice of the People. Because as this channel continues to get stronger and we double up and we become stronger with our subs, we all start to stand together, because we understand that this is a system that is corrupt, and this is a system that is heavily influenced and backed by the oligarchies of the world. But on the other hand, if you have a bunch of individuals that have a higher intellect, a higher level of learning, a higher knowledge of self, that stick together, millions upon millions, with a voice, with physicality, that becomes a problem. And these are the very type of movements that groups like the Bilderberg group doesn't want, because it's always an outside source that does not agree with the dirty, corrupted shit that goes on in a specific civilization. You could date that back to Rome, you could date that back to the Sumerians, you could date that back to the Atlanteans, the Comedians. You can date that back. It's always going to be an outsource that does not agree with dirty shit, and they're going to want to revolt. So that's like what I said. I made this channel so more people can have a voice and be of, you know, and to be heard. And like I said, at some point, you know, we have just hit 100 subscribers, and then at some point we'll hit 500, and then at some point we'll hit 1,000, 10,000, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 1 million, 2 million, whatever it may be. But as that subscribership gets more stronger and built full of people with this right here, it's going to become a problem, because the truth is the only thing that can break a system. The truth is the only thing that can interrupt devious and evil plans. It's the only thing. That's why I like the symbol of the comedic symbol of the Eye of Horus, or the eye of Ra, because it symbolizes truth. It symbolizes, you know, a sense, physical sense, and of your other 5 senses, right? It's hard to get by something or someone that sees exactly what the hell is going on. So if you guys are with me, and your thoughts align with my thoughts, like and subscribe to this video. Like I said, we're getting this channel stronger. It's a small channel, but we plan on doing big things. And like I said, the stronger the number of this group, the truth continues to get larger, and it's going to be impossible for the oligarchies to continue to put the blindfolds on average hardworking men and women today. All right, talk to you guys soon. Peace.